Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Temtem Swarm, or welcome back to it if you caught my previous coverage. It is a monster collection bullet heaven. It came out last year and just got a big update, 0.6, that added 2 new monsters, new zone, and a whole mess of changes which we are going to get into. If you haven't seen it before, it's sort of monster collection-y. You get new monsters by beating bosses that you can play as. Each has their own unique talent tree with strengths and weaknesses and strengths and weaknesses. Each character kind of specializes in different directions, and it's fun to play around with them. So I guess we're going to be going into one of the hardest zones. So we're going to be going into Omninesia. It's the new level that was added. Kind of looks like a pizza, and it is going to be tough. So let's dive in and see how it goes. So other big changes for people who have seen this game before, they've extended runs from 15 minutes to 20, which I think is nice. I don't know, I've played a lot of bullet heavens. 10 minutes always felt too short. 15 minutes, it was close, but it wasn't quite there. Neither really feel like you can get your run going as much as you'd potentially want. Ooh, got some options here. So I could go for Water Blade and go for like more of a water build. It's not a terrible idea. Actually, it's not a bad idea at all. So let's grab Water Blade. What was I going to say? I don't think we want Fluid Barrier. Well, we're definitely going to block Fluid Barrier. We just don't want that one. Hydro Turbine. Well, that's great. That's just one of our evolution passives right off the bat. Feels very good. Definitely want Water Cannon. It's a very good move. And we'll just try and make this work. Let's see, what was I going to say? I don't know, I was just talking about duration. 20 minutes feels kind of perfect for me. It's that exacting sweet spot. Oh, it's cooldown of ultimates, not regular abilities. Still worth it. But it's that sweet spot where, like, you have just enough time for your build to cap out, and then you get to actually play with it for a little while. Any sooner you don't get enough time to play around, or even max out your build any longer, and you start just sticking, the run starts overstaying its welcome, I guess would be the way I'd put it. I'm thinking of, like, even Vampire Survivors, for example. Despite being very much the, like, genre-defining and genre-popularizing game, it suffered a little bit from, like, the back third of every run just being kind of repetitive. You're either super powerful or you're like barely clinging to life. And you don't really get the chance to like really experiment with your build. Or no, you've maxed out your build, you don't have anything else you can do with it. Sorry, I was still thinking back to shorter runs, not having enough. But like for Vampire Survivors, it just feels like you've been doing the run for just a little too long and it starts feeling eh. Okay, so this is one of the new things that was added. Glitches are random choices that come with a minus. So you can get like extra armor, but slows you down. Extra revives, but you can't heal. Extra speed, but you have half health. I actually do kind of like the 50% armor. That's not a terrible idea. This character is already kind of fast, and so it's not that dire. And if we're lucky, I can potentially sacrifice armor to give myself a bonus on the next one. Maybe. Let's see. Kismet Lens is not one of the ones I need. We're going for a water build. We've actually got all 3 water moves that we care about, so we don't need any more attacks. So I guess I'm going to just block Beta Burst and pick my evolution. Because that gives me a little bit more speed, a little bit more damage, and a little bit more HP. Which would be pretty good. What was I going to say? I don't know. Things and running around, and I like the new glitch system. I will admit the glitches are kind of hit and miss. Some are brutal, like, hey, you can't heal anymore. I'm sure that's good if you get it like right at the end, but early on in the run that just feels extremely bad. Also feels like a lot of the penalties might be just a little too steep. That you're not really able to mix and match well. But that might just be me. We don't need Kismet Claw. Let's probably just level up my tentacle. Now let's see what this glitch gives me. More experience gained, less range, doubles my damage, but puts my max HP down by 75%. The experience gain is interesting, but I would need more ability slots. This is not terrible. This is very funny. I could do it. I'd probably die. Whee! Okay, so now I do double damage, which should be good as long as my abilities are constantly popping off. Which I think they are. But yeah, we're going to have to be extremely careful, as I'm going to get cooked. At least we got the bonus. We've got the bonus defense on top of everything. So, who knows, they might slightly balance out. Okay, go for heatsink, sure. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything else going on at the moment. Yeah, I'm noticing I'm ripping through things pretty quick, so that's a good sign. It's just a matter of not getting demolished between now and the end. We'll see. I've been trying to record this video, and it's been a little cursed. I lost the first 2 runs to losing a full hard drive because I was lazy and forgot to clean it out. I could just max out heatsink. It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, let's max it out. I'd like to level up my abilities, but it's not as pressing with the bonus damage. And so clearing out the pool so I can find more stuff is probably the better option. Maybe. Let's see. What was I going to say? Where am I? Where's my head at? Losing footage and whatnot. And then the, like, second attempt of the video, I was just dying constantly, because this level's very hard. And some part of me was just kind of like, well, guess I'm cursed. Okay, mystery box. Mystery box is tricky. Actually, maybe fine. So if I pick the wrong one, it spawns this guy in. If I pick the right one, I get money. It seems like it alternates. Maybe. Oh, there's the guy. But if I can kill the guy fast enough, it's not a problem. Okay, let's keep working on getting water cannon up. Because yeah, we haven't found the passive related to my ult yet. We may also want to go for a passive that gives me some healing. We already have a little bit of passive healing, so like it will keep me up at full HP, as long as I'm not taking too much damage consistently. It's certainly easier to stay at full HP when you have a quarter of what you normally have. Okay, trial by fire, trial by tentacle. Holy shit, night and day. Oh, multivitamin gummies. Yeah, I'll snag that. So I tried this a couple runs of this with a different Temtem, who's not as attack focused and doesn't have quite as much meta progression, and they couldn't even touch that guy. They're so overwhelmed, and this time the guy just melts. Clearly meta progression makes a massive difference in these games. Ow, that little guy touched me for like half a second and I lost, I don't know, maybe 5% of my HP, but that's still rough. I think I'm mostly going to try and focus on getting my abilities up, though. It's definitely not the kind of game that you can just spec into durability and hope for the best. You very much need to. I don't want to say go glass cannon, but it does feel like being glass cannon helps. At least for a while. Let's see. Yeah, I think I want to just keep leveling these things. I was not expecting you to go for a water build on this guy. I can't complain, though. Okay, damage the Hazrat. Oh, I see. That one, and it's dead. It did not last. Let's see, water cannon, water blade. We have the requisite synergy items for both. So, go for whatever's highest level. I like the water torrent. Like, the waterfall is an extremely fun move and very effective. But the sooner I can get these synergies, the better. Regardless of what they are. Because, yeah, if you're not getting synergies, you are demonstrably weaker in this game. Is it an event? No. Okay, so that's Water Blade. I could also see myself investing in more armor. But I do question how armor even works in this. I'm assuming it's a flat damage reduction. Or, not a flat damage reduction, but it's like if you have 50% armor, you just take half damage, I'd hope. Some games are considerably stingier with their defensive mechanics, and that can be tricky. Okay, Water Blade. 4 cross-shaped water projectiles spin around, dealing damage in its path. Yeah, it should be pretty good. Yeah, I hate to say it, but it does kind of feel like water is probably the best. It's probably the best. Water and wind, I think, are my 2 favorite elements in this game. That they tend to have the most... Oh, his floor is lava. Shit, I wasn't paying attention. Head was elsewhere. I'll live, it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, water and wind have the most, like, immediately applicable abilities, universally effective. I find Psychic to be kind of hit and miss. It's too much chaos, and your attacks originate from elsewhere. They just originate wherever they want, and so they absolutely will not hit enemies close to you in a lot of cases. So, like, the tentacles, for example, I love them. They're great. They're real stinky at keeping you alive. They're good at clearing crowds if you have substantial numbers for them to hit. But the tentacles will not protect me. I feel like this is... I feel like that's a weird slogan that you'd try and use in like an Eldritch universe. The tentacles will not protect you. I don't think it would work. I think people would still go for the tentacles. Alright. Let's see. Ooh, I've got 4 pieces of heart to snag. Ow, something touched me. Okay, wave synergy. Large wave damages enemies and slows them down. And it is huge. Okay, so what is this one? More damage slows me down further. More health reduces my... actually, this would leave me with a 25% damage up, but would make it so I actually have gained some HP. It's not a bad idea. Or I could become slower and do even more damage. I feel like the plus revive is the one thing I can't do. I have no idea where that would leave me. I am slow. No survivors. So the main thing we need is cooldown reduction. More than anything else. And boy, if we get another glitch event, I'm going for anything that reduces my damage but gives me more attacks or health. Oh, well, hold up. I had to make sure I didn't just get run over by a bunch of birds. It's okay. We killed them very fast. Stay in the area to activate the event. At this speed, I'm not sure if I could leave the area in time. Oh, was that the rat? I think that was the rat. Oops. Yeah, I still haven't found the fist for the tentacle move. I don't know if I've ever actually gotten that before. Maybe part of the reason why I like water is because I've managed to get all of the synergies and requisite things for those synergies. And so it doesn't feel as rough because I can actually get strong. So many of my other elements, yeah, it just haven't unlocked anything. Well, this will increase my speed further. Which is good, considering I've given up 40% of it. But yeah, I have the upgrade that reduces my ultimate cooldown. But I think I'd like the one that reduces my technique cooldown more than my ult. My ult's good. Nothing wrong with it. Ow. Not as good as the Platypets wave, but, I mean, that's legitimately hard to compete with. Okay. And yeah, if I had more ability slots, I'd definitely consider something like Ignis Fatuus, but I think currently we only have the extra passive slots unlocked on this character. I think it's something I will consider, especially with the longer duration. Previously it didn't. Oh god, I almost just cooked myself walking through a damage zone. There's a cherry here. Puts me back up to full. Oh boy. Floor's lava. Okay, so this is one I need to consider or care about. And care about kind of closely. Because I'm so agonizingly slow that if it decides to go somewhere far away, I'm not getting it. Ow. At least my healing's good enough that I can go back up to full health, but yeah, this is a bad times. At least everything melts. Let's see. Increases speed of projectiles. That's kind of good. Kismet Lens gives me a bit of crit. Not going to be replacing any of my moves. I think I'm going to go for the Kismet Lens. Because extra crit chance seems like it would be good. I'm mostly building around the idea of just vaporizing everything faster than they can reach me. Which means the big one we need is cooldown reduction. And extra durability, but we're not going to get that. And a bunch of speed here. Keep working on water cannon? Yeah, because that's the only one I haven't synergized yet. That and the tentacle. The other one we should probably look into is bigger AoEs. Because yeah, my waves are huge, but they could be 20 to 50% larger. That would be nice. Oh, you know what I would love to see from the glitches? And I know this would probably be busted, but I actually really wish there was upgrades or something that specifically increased the cap of an ability higher than normal, or like an extra stat point or two on top of them. So like, you know, multivitamin gummies with a heal over time, you get a glitch and it doubles its effectiveness or something like that. Because I could actually see that being really cool. Let's see. Keep going water cannon? Yeah. Oh, because that's got a base crit probability of 40%. So yeah, throwing on the Kismet Lens puts it up to near 50. I didn't think about that. That's actually quite good. Clearly with this, though, I'm going to have to start investing back into Platypet. I'd used it a bunch during the beta and demo, but didn't want to... Oh my god, this is so much more aggressive. I have to avoid every acid projectile. Unfortunately, my waterfalls make it extremely hard to see some of these things. Let's see. What was I going to say? I don't know. Let's track it back, but I'm not getting it. That's fine. Oh, I was talking about, like, potentially having glitches or something increase the cap of an ability. I just think it would be an interesting way of handling it. Mostly because all of the abilities level up in a linear fashion. It would be kind of cool if you got, like, extra weird bits that would tack onto your abilities. I think I will always very much be in favor of abilities that actually do have randomized levels, or at least multiple options per tier. Just because, like, I don't know, what if I'm not going for a crit build? What if I don't care about critical hits? You know, can I build otherwise? And I think it's fine that this game doesn't have that. I think it's very balanced to keep it challenging, which makes it interesting. Okay, so now, technically, if I cared, I could replace any of my passives for those 3 water moves. I don't think I'm going to. But I could. The hell do you get that fist that lets my tentacles evolve? I swear I've been looking for that for, like, every single time I play this character. And I cannot actually tell you if I've ever managed to get it. Yeah, my water cannons absolutely do just block the acid rain. Like, visual marker. Oh, that's so bad. Like, completely manageable. Not a problem. Yet. But it's one of those where, like, Crema, please maybe fix that. Oh, gosh. Could go for the lunchbox. Increase max HP by 5%. I'll think about it. My water moves are doing 600-700 damage. That might be on a crit, though. Let's see. A couple minutes left. So far, so good. Have there been other mid-bosses? Oh, there must have been. So there's still only 2 mid-bosses per round. Oh, bonus area and thermal paste. I've got to go for thermal paste. The bonus area would be good, but thermal paste is so much more effective. Because the faster my abilities go off, the more I can just melt things. Please just give me, like, all of thermal paste. Damn it. It's fine. Because I'd like the bonus AoE. That one's also extremely good. But I don't know if we need it as much here. As much as I'd love to have massive attacks. I was actually hoping to get, like, another glitch or 2. But I guess we got the first 1 or 2, and that was it. It feels like the ball... failed. Yeah. I really wish you could tell the next target location. If only because, like, sometimes you were just too slow to complete that one. Luckily, I don't really care. Like, a treasure chest would be nice, but it's not end-all be-all good. Let's see. Huh. That would be an interesting alternative for the glitches. So, obviously I've sacrificed a ton of health and speed on this run to kind of min-max for damage, which is good. I think that's a fine trade-off, one that I'm more than willing to accept. But I'd actually almost suggest, what if you could change the severity of the glitch? That the baseline version is like 25 up, 25 down. The secondary version is like 50 up, 50 down. And then the final one is 100 up, 75 down. Or maybe it's like 66. Yeah, it's... So first level is like 25, 25. Next is 65, 50. Or 66, 50. And then the last one is like 100 and then 75. So the greater the amount sacrificed, the even better the reward. I'm mostly just thinking because there's a couple of these glitches that I would go for, but their penalty is too severe and it's not worth it for me. And so being able to actually tune it down just a little would make it a lot more palatable and a lot more like worth my time. Okay. So Tyrannak approaches. It's the boy, he's dead. I think that's an achievement right there. Really? Okay, defeat Tyrannak in less than a minute. I mean, that's not bad, actually. I think it's because I was using water gear, I didn't have as much to unlock. And so it probably didn't get me as much. That didn't get me an egg, did it? Where the heck do I get this guy, then? I have no idea. Maybe it's like Psypark or something. Well. Let's take a look at Hoochik. They're kind of my main, but I don't know if I should be investing as aggressively into them. I think a lot of these are still coming soon. Those are dash upgrades, which I don't care as deeply about. So do I not have a bonus ability? Oh, yeah, that's just max number of gears, but can't have any more techniques on Hoochik. So actually, they're pretty capped out as far as I'm concerned. So I think I might start investing in Zephyroth. Kind of pricey. Amount of speed converted into damage by 10%, 20%. So these are pretty good. Eventually. Critical damage, critical probability. There's speed. Armor wouldn't be a bad idea. Damage from status effects and status effect durations. Probably better for like more of a poison build. I don't know, this character still needs a lot of TLC to go anywhere. Oops. Let's take a look at like Temtem upgrades. So Hoochik is only missing 6. Oh. They're only missing 6, but none of them are available. So yeah, I'm not getting much more from that. If we look at Pick-a-Peck, yeah, just fully upgrade reanimation kit. Nothing there. Ori, for example, has actually quite a lot. So we have fully upgrade dash booster, get level 25 to get dash booster, play with Ori 3 times to get dash kit, and then that gets us new gear as well. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to go for. Oh gosh. Well, I mean, could play as Ori. I think I should play as Zephyroth though. It's one of the new characters. All right, so now that we've beaten that new zone, I think I'm gonna do let's just do a regular run with Zephyroth. Let's go to Psypark. I'm not entirely sure where to get the last new Temtem. The previous one was easy, because all I had to do was just go to go beat the last boss of the second last zone. This one's a lot more just question mark. Let's grab the multivitamin gummies. We're gonna need them. So things we're gonna want, probably the movement speed. Hopefully one of my abilities scales with that. It'd be kind of weird if it didn't. Okay, Windblade. So what do we? Oh yeah, So movement speed with with the Windblade. Okay, so the one of the Windblades gives me or requires speed, crit, nutrition bar, which I forget which. But yeah, if we go for the Windblade, that'll be a decent upgrade. I know that one gets huge too, which is extremely helpful. And yeah, this way we'll have a lot of, like, solid radiating moves that we can rely on. I like this character. Their default move is extremely good. Ooh, hand fan, boost wind damage. Yeah. I haven't seen what the evolution for the wind path does yet, but I can only imagine it's probably going to be extremely good. Let's work on boosting that hit interval. And yeah, work our way up to the chest as well. This one's nice and easy. I don't know if my path will actually... Oh, my path absolutely does damage to it. That's extremely handy. Okay. Multivitamin gummies? No. The problem is we're limited on slots, so I have to be extremely exacting here. I'll stick with the multivitamin gummies, but if I get one of my other synergy moves, I will absolutely go for that instead. We'll just have to rely on healing from, We'll just have to rely on healing from fruit, which, like, isn't too bad. I don't think. Though it depends a little bit. Alright, let's do that. Trigger this quickly. Control zone. Ooh. Control zone is a little rough. At least I can, like, cluster up a bunch of these zones and kind of hide in and around it. Well, it's not so bad. There we go. Venom spread. Nah, just stick to Windblade. I'll go for a poison build at some point, but I think it... Wow! That was a good chest. Pansun event up here? Sure, why not? Now, I do have one objective, which is to win a match. Yeah, win a match without evolving. Ah, my luck is abysmal. How am I even managing this? I'm just impressed. Okay, it doesn't matter. Wind Trail Plus. Windswept Trail that deals constant damage, slows down enemies, and increases playable Temtem speed while they're in it. Yo! That's very good. And it lasts so much longer, too. And how much damage does it do? It looks like it's somewhere around 20 damage a tick. Still very good. Let's grab Windblade and make our way up. I think this is manageable. Dodge Race. Oh, okay, this character is going to be good at that. All I have to do is get to this location, which works fine. Ooh. I actually think I'm going to skip all of these, because this is a damage... It's a damage up, but it still hurts me. Or actually, maybe I do go for it. I will go for it. We lose a little bit of speed, but only... I think it's like 40 or 50% of my speed. So it's a 10% damage down and a 40% damage up. But if I get the speed booster boots on top of everything else, that should be fine. I definitely do feel, like, much slower, though. So, hopefully the next glitch will let me go fast. Sacrifice some damage to go faster. Okay, an acid rain is nice and easy. Alright, set this up. I love how that just sends the enemy Temtem flying. Ooh, and we want to stay away from the grass, because the grass will 100% hide where the acid will be falling, and that's no good. That's no good. I gotta work on my sonic impression. I'm like 50% of the way there. It does not help that I've got a stuffy nose at the moment, so I'm just gonna like... Bleh. Not my favorite. Might as well apologize for this. Some of you correctly noticed that I've had a vertical line in a lot of my footage, 1 pixel wide. And we're complaining about it. It's apparently something to do with my PNG tuber. Okay, capacitor is not one of the things. Yeah, we only have space for 4. I'll just make do. But yeah, so even the beginning of this video probably had just that little imperceptible line going on. Probably more noticeable on bright footage. I've fixed it. It will no longer be an issue, but did not know about it until today when somebody was like, hey, you've got a random vertical line. And I finally noticed. I'm sure somebody probably pointed it out to me, but YouTube comments are hard to keep track of. I get so many of them. I want to say it used to be worse. It used to be way worse when I was, like, getting really popular with Scrap Mechanic years ago. Nowadays, it's not nearly as bad. I mean, bad's maybe probably a mischaracterization, but people could be relentless. Now it's generally calmer. My emails, those do not chill. Get a lot of emails from developers and not developers. The big problem is always just like the amount of people that are like, please cover my game that has nothing to do with your channel. Like dating sims or sports games or, I mean, weird crypto scams. That's the big one, is that I get a lot of emails being like, please cover our product. And I'm like, what is your product? And they're really dodgy about it. I'm like, why would you contact me and not tell me what I'm supposed to be promoting? This makes no sense. I'm sure the entire thing is just like, I mean, actually could just be a phishing scam. It's either a phishing scam or they're just hoping that I'm just going to promote a product without trying it, which is illegal. And I'm always a little on a lot of like YouTubers when I start hearing them talking about promoting a service or a product or something like that. You know, try this VPN. It's like, do you actually use this? Have you ever used this? Can you actually vouch for this thing, or is it just something that they paid you for? I will never do a VPN ad unless I actually start using VPNs, at which point I might consider it, but even then it would be after like a lot of investigation, and even then I'd be iffy on it. I can't tell you how many games I've played over the years. Tornado. Yeah, let's grab Tornado. Because my evolution can wait. I mean, heck, I've got an achievement that requires me to beat a run without evolving at all, and so I might actually consider that. If I start getting overwhelmed, I'll evolve, but if I'm lucky, I can just get by without. Floor is lava, should be easy. Because I'm faster than the previous run. Especially if I'm retracing my steps. Okay, we succeeded. Cool. Chest is up here. It is really hard to actually keep track of those sometimes, though. Yeah, it's probably just keep boosting the abilities more than anything else. I wonder if I actually make the wind, like if I got the AoE up for the wind move. I wonder if I could actually get my wind path to actually be so large it gets ahead of me. And gives me a perpetual speed buff, because that would be amazing. Extremely unlikely, though. Let's pop as many of these open. The other big benefit of wind is a lot of the moves have base knockback, which makes for keeping enemies off of me much easier. We got a lot of enemies that are... Oh, no. Okay. I'm gonna grab this one. Use this speed boost. Yeah, we're fine. I just saw it flying on the other side of an impediment. I'm like, uh-oh. I don't know if I can get that. But looks like we're okay. Alright, that should give us another glitch. See if I can get down to it. Please be speed. Monkey paw curls. Yet another finger. I mean, I will take it. 50% cooldown of techniques. Doesn't work with my wind path, which is a little bit of a downer, but everything else being boosted is very worth it. Okay, so this is going to be tricky. As long as I know where it's going, it's not so bad. Now the question is, do I actually want... I think I might want to wait until we have unlocked something else. There we go. So now we've got the shoes. Which is going to offset some of this extremely punishing speed down that I'm being hit by. I deserve it. I absolutely asked for this. But... still rough. Okay, so we have to worry a little bit about this spider. Never mind. The last time I ran into it, it kept doing charging attacks at me and wrecked me. That would give me a big speed booster. Would probably offset some of this pain and suffering I'm experiencing. And hopefully we get one more glitch chip that actually gives me speed. Another speed down. No! Could happen. My main thing at the moment is just reducing my cooldowns this much has meant that I am just slinging air. Which is a new euphemism I've just made up for farting. I'm like, you've heard passing wind before, maybe. But like, slinging air just sounds so much more intentional. I guess if you want to be like technical, slinging wind is probably when you like cup a fart and throw it at somebody, which is extremely gross. Let's not do this anymore. It does amuse me that we're this cute little bird. Let's see. Nah, we don't need any of those. We're this cute little bird, and we don't fly. At no point do I think we open our wings and fly around. Ooh. Or maybe we do. No. I think the idea is that we fly forward when we use our ult. I kind of wish, while that speed boost was going, we were actually up in the air and flapping. Just to say kind of like, yeah, you sometimes do the bird thing. Because at this point, you might as well have my character playing as a quail. Quails are cute. More games need quails. Like, just even as a regular creature that you encounter, just running around in the environment, you just see like a line of them go by and it's cute. Like, that'd be enough. That'd be great. I'd love that. Boy, I could use a magnet here. Holy shit, look at all this experience that I've left behind. Oh, do I not have magnet range unlocked? Part of it is also the wind trail behind me makes it much harder to pick up stuff. Okay, I might not actually get this one. Yeah, gotta go fast, failed. It's okay, that one just gets me experience. Yeah, problem with that one is, you know, whoopsie doopsie, I'm too slow, I can't actually make it. I wish those gates were at least somewhat scaled based on how fast you are. Just in case you've picked up a whole bunch of things that reduce your max speed by a lot. I'm mostly thinking if that event ever shows up while I'm playing as Crystal. Crystal is, I think, the slowest Temtem by like a significant margin. And I've definitely felt like, yeah, some of these events I just cannot complete because I'm too slow. But also my fault for picking a bunch of glitch chips that are heavily reducing my speed. At least my damage is amazing. And yeah, turbo boots go up to a 40% bonus. Is there a way I can actually check what my speed is? Oh, so we're almost back up to default. There's another glitch chip. Please, give me speed. Dodge race. Yeah, that's not great for this guy. Got it. Speed. Yes. Like, losing half my health is objectively rough and risky. However, I now move like a regular boy, and I didn't have to sacrifice any of my damage to do it. Does that give me, wow, plus 17 damage? I mean, it's probably from the current speed boost, which, yeah, it hyper boosts my speed. I guess the thing is, if I'm going up and down my trails, I am very fast. And so that allows me to self-boost my own damage. At least a little bit. Okay, max out turbo boots? Yeah. Yes, max out the turbo boots. Please, sir, I would like a magnet. I would like to hoover up all of the experience that's been left in my wake. Oh, it's them, the Boyds. What, you thought you could catch up to me? Through my wind tunnel? It is only for me to pass through, not you. I'm in a weird mood. It's not a bad thing, though. I don't know. I feel like I haven't been as silly as I used to be. I think just like time and age and the world have definitely made me a smidge more jaded than I used to be. Smidge considerably. There was definitely an amount of youthful optimism back when I was starting my channel, and now I'm just kind of like, yeah, things could be better. But I tend to put a lid on me being just pointlessly silly. I'll do it around my wife, because being pointlessly silly makes her happy. And it's fun, and I don't have to worry about anybody judging me. I'm just gonna hang out here. Like, the one thing I could do is just run circles, because this is a big speed boost. No. I mean, that's actually amazing. Screw it. I'm gonna grab it anyway. Because I'm not going to take too much damage. But I like the idea of being able to take a breather. And just heal. I don't know if it's exactly a good idea, per se. Obviously, if it was the reverse, where I heal when moving, that would be so much better. Oh, we're right at the edge of the map. Huh. I just realized standing still puts me right in my wind path. So that probably keeps the buff up perpetually. So I guess there are reasons, oddly enough, for the Speedbird to stay put. I think part of it is when I'm being extremely silly, there's a very real possibility I'm going to say something I'm going to regret. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, earlier with the slinging air. Or slinging wind? Slinging wind. You know, it's like a little crass. It's not that bad. But I can see myself potentially ending up being crasser. Let's see. I go for some more of that. Probably actually scoot through here and grab a bunch of experience. This is kind of a low-level run. That doesn't matter because we're functionally maxed out, but there's a lot of experience that's been left behind that a magnet would give me. Please give me a magnet for both experience and money. Please. I mean, we'll be fine. There it is. Game actually lagged. Okay, so this is a bodyguard one. Yeah, no joke. How many levels was that? 4? 5? Shame that the few Pansons is like literally just 5. Okay, do we go do... We might as well go do a glitch chip. See, I'm just gonna go in circles. It gives me the perpetual speed boost, which means my damage is the highest it can possibly get with the current setup. Well, there's protein bar. I think I'm gonna get rid of the multivitamin gummies at this point. I don't think we need them as much. I mean, sure. I've lost my healing, but we've doubled my damage. And we're about to get, hopefully, my 4th synergy. Okay, this is much more aggressive. Manageable, but much more aggressive. Oop. Okay, we get 2 chests. I mean, that's good. Because that'll let me hopefully max out protein bar. Oh, no, we already did. Yeah, protein bar is pretty good because it boosts my knockback. So all we need is like a level. Oh, come on. Oh, did we not get, like, any of our synergies? Wait, hold up. What? We have all the requisite items, but yeah, we've never been given the synergy options. I am so confused. Wait, him? Really? I mean, I'm actually not concerned about it. But yeah, we didn't get any of our synergies to show up. We just got the basic wind path and nothing more. Like, we've had the requisite stuff, and it just didn't happen. What? Why? That's so confusing. Well, it's okay. We get our no evolve run, which gives us exactly what I was looking for. And also we get a bunch of money. Let's take a look at Kudos, Temtem. So Zephyroth has 9, so what am I missing? Wind burst 130 times in total, increases the boost duration, and that's it. Everything else is locked. Wow, actually got a lot done there. What other ones? So it seems like any of them that have 9 are donezo. Platyped actually has a couple more. Oh no, just 1. Tsunami knockback. But yeah, they have the highest number for some reason. Ori, I think, has a whole mess, though it's mostly just play 3 times and get up to level 25, which is doable. Kaleido Grease. And, oh. So I'm gonna check one other thing. Type Fire. We definitely haven't gotten a whole lot of evolutions for Earth. Or Fire, yeah, so that's the issue. Fully upgrade Fire Chip, Fire Tornado. And the rest are coming soon, so I don't know if I'm gonna really invest too hard in that direction. Maybe it's fine, maybe it's not. How much money do I have, and do I want to do one more short run? I think I don't. I think I'm going to leave it here. Because, yeah, let me take a look at these. So that reduces cooldown. That's pretty good. Starts with the dash. Doesn't scale any higher. Pick a Peck does not evolve. Poor Pick a Peck. It's still a solid customer. And does not die easy. So what are they? Air. Is it just only air? No, because Crystal is crystalline poison, whereas Zephyroth is poison wind. I don't know how they handle the typing. Let's see. Yeah, let's take a look at this guy. I could invest more in. Yeah, increasing the amount of speed that's converted into damage. Yeah, maxing this one out makes this character very strong. Just not the most hale and hearty. Oh, there's the max techniques, but it's so far down. Oof. And yeah, use Windburst 130 times in total, so a lot of these are going to require a fair bit of investment, but I will be absolutely playing more of this as time and updates allow. I think it's one of the more interesting and unique bullet heavens in my library. I absolutely adore the visual style, and it's just kind of pleasant. A lot of other bullet heavens require a lot of thought and build crafting, and this one is much more about just like, whatever comes, plus also don't die, dodge the monsters. It's one of those that never feels like you are so powerful that nothing threatens you, or if you are at that point, you are so glass cannoned that everything threatens you if it can reach you. And I think that's extremely compelling, at least on my end. Gosh, maxing this guy out is going to be pricey though. We did one run, got 8,000, and I'm going to lose almost all of it on an upgrade. Oof. Well, I'm going to go for the speed damage boost. What else would I do, right? Let's go for a bit of dash distance, because I'd like to pick up the pickup range, probably. Anyway, I guess with all that said, I might as well mention that Temtem Swarm is available on Steam. It's been out for a while and is getting regular updates. It also has up to 3-player multiplayer, so if you want to bring friends, you can. And I highly recommend it because, unlike any other bullet heaven I've ever played, you actually benefit from your allies having passive, like the passive gear, as it will allow you to get your own synergies, if the gear that your ally has picked up corresponds with one of your abilities. I think that's an incredibly cool idea, and I wish to see more games pick that up, because it's a cool way of having like cross-build synergy, or cross-player build synergies, and just helping other players out. I don't know. I think it's neat. Anyway, I guess with all that said, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe, because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.